And today we are here to break down the grand finals of Call of Duty Championship 2025, where Optic Texas was able to take the rewind hardpoint away from Seattle Surge. This one was an absolute bang out, and today I'm going to be breaking down the mistakes that Vancouver made, and more importantly, the patience and discipline that Optic showed to win the game here, especially considering they were down around 100 points. So I want to go through, break it down. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask away. So starting off with the break here, we're going to go across here. We're going to look at the standard setup and what kind of both teams are trying to go with, what they're trying to set up right now. So the biggest thing when we're looking at the arrows is making sure that the arrows are in correct areas in terms of decision making and like trading each other and stuff like that. Okay, so off the break here, what you have is Shotzi. He's looking to go around this side of the glass. You have number 3, which is going to be Merc. He's going to go on the outer skirts with number 4. So both ARs are kind of taking care of this outer skirts of the map. And then you have Hook trying to bang in the side door, right? Then when you look at the side of Vancouver, they're going with a different approach. They're kind of having everybody kind of sent through the middle, and they're going to try their best to get those opening jewels. So let's play this out, see how the opening jewels go, and who maybe was at fault. So off the break here, Shotzi's taking a bit of a route here. Now, once again, when you're taking a route like this, there's a few things you have to consider. One is the timing of things, okay? So right now, while he's taking this route, technically his team, while he's here, are technically in a 3v4. So Merc gets one, who gets traded. So now you can see what he needs to do is make sure his timing is good. He wants to essentially get there while 6 is fighting outside Tadashi, okay? That way you're able to get the timings. Let's play this out once again. You see they go through. Okay, so as soon as Dashi dies there, this is where things get a little bit scary, because I want you to imagine you're Vancouver right now, okay? And what do you think you're going to be coming? You're going to be coming like, okay, Hook's dead, Dashi's dead. And then somebody's going to say, oh, I see Merc, I see Merc. Straight away, they're going to think, okay, Shotzi's pinching. If the comms are composing, I think Shotzi's pinching, right? So what you might get now is number 7 or 6 watch the pinch. So if you're Shotzi now, you have that decision making in your head, like, do I still go? What do I do? Let's see. It's still quite early, so you might be okay, but this is where they can watch it, like right there, okay? If I'm number 6 right now, if I'm number 6, again, I know we have the hindsight and we have the, you know, the mini map and everything, right? But I'm just being very critical. If I'm number 6 and I see my teammate is spawning behind me on that street. If I see my teammate spawn behind me and we still haven't got Shotzi, I would assume he's pinching us. So this is when number 6 should look to his right. And he doesn't, okay? So right there again, those small pockets of information are very crucial. Now, this is, again, something Shotzi does so well. It's just his ability to play his life is one of the best in the history of Call of Duty. So he goes through right now. In this scenario, I want you to just notice something very, very common and very obvious right now, but both players are looking at him, okay? So this scenario is like, right, and you have to remember, everything I'm going through now is with the luxury of pausing it and really giving my thoughts, but the skill is doing this in the moment, okay? But layer 1 is understanding why we're doing this. So right now, he has a player looking at him, a player around there who can camera him. He's standing in the open. If Shotzi dies right now, all of these arrows look to the right, and honestly, fairly easy. But this is the skill to say, hang on, I can't win this fight, back away. Play my life, chill. Okay, now Merc kills that guy. Now number 5 is still worried about Shotzi. Now he's just chilling. He's chilling, going through. Gets through the timing, gets across. 5 still looking for him. Now he knows where number 1 is. He's doubling up to number 1, and he gets a kill on 04. Not only does he kill 04, he literally just dragged him out. And this is one of the most crucial things. Again, it's about what you're doing on the map. It's about how annoying you can play, how annoying you can be on the map, okay? So if I go to TAC maps right now, and I just want you to look at this actual scenario of why he is dragging them out and why that's so annoying to play against. Okay, so if I go through right now, imagine we're playing on this area. We're going to go back to the very start where he could have got the kill, okay? Once Shotzi's standing there, and I'm 04. If I'm standing there, right? If I kill Shotzi, forget everything else right now. Actually, we're going to do it like this, okay? We'll make 04, we'll leave them as red. We'll leave them as red, okay? In this scenario, Optic's team's coming from there. We know that just based on pure spawns, and that's absolutely fine. That's not, you know, missing information, okay? So we know that our team's coming from the left and their team's coming from the right, okay? If I kill Shotzi now, I know they spawn back there or whatever. I now can stay here and watch this whole street. I now know that we're going to funnel them through middle. We have so much information, okay? But Shotzi just playing his life there, literally being a little shit. That's how I would describe him. He's being a little shit. He's being annoying. I would hate to play against that. So now he's getting so annoyed that 04 is like, bro, I need to get this guy. He's pissing me off. Look. He goes and he still can't get him. Still can't get him. And now 04, he should have been around there. Okay? He should have been around there, being able to pick people apart, but now he dies. He gets pulled out of position and dies. And now Shotzi goes through, and guess what? Because 04 is not there, now we get a beautiful spawn for Mercules, okay? So it's not just about the kill or the kills. It's about what type of kill you're getting. How annoying is that kill? Now, let's see where number 5 spawns. Let's have a look. And look where number 5 spawns. Right there. Okay? So now, not only did you keep this area, and guess what? Now, Mercules, I need to back away for a second, okay? Like, this is what I mean by the levels of just strategic play. Now, Mercules is in the spot 04 was. He's in a beautiful spot. Now, Mercules is chilling, and this guy is going to clean this area. Now, 04 is spawning all the way there. So even though Shotzi has 1 kill, that's not what you measure his game on. You measure Shotzi's game on how effective he is. The kills come out a bonus because his kills are more efficient than other people's may be. Mercules has his side of the map. We're chilling, goes away, slides back, gets another one. Now they're standing there. Even though he dies, we're good to go, and we're pushing them back here. So just a really good P1 hold. Let's see what happens in this P2, if there's anything crazy. Just a standard hold so far. Gonna go through. I want to look at a Boozer here. What can a Boozer do to get a 2-piece? Let's kind of go through and see what's going on. Okay, let's get some water. So right now, a Boozer, great play. Goes through, gets the first guy, and this is just one of those kills again, bro. I don't know how he got it. Fair play from him. If we're being really picky, I guess Hoot could have played his life a little bit, kind of dragged the Boozer out. That was a really good play, but it's okay. Goes through, has 2 down. Now, once again, in this scenario, just kind of the way Seattle plays is pretty good. You have 2 people come through the front, and then you have 2 going through the left. So what we're trying to do is trying to trap the existing players into this little circle and try to break through every angle. And then eventually, when you're blocking the spawn, you're going to spawn them around there and there. So that's kind of our goal if we're with Vancouver right now. So let's play it out. So you see just like that, they go through again, they get the kills. And can you see it once again, like look where 8's going. 8's kind of tucking in there and 5's going deep. They're trying to trap the green arrows there. So you see 2's playing for him, and they're both there. Good credit play from both players here. Whoever wins his gunfight is huge. He takes him out. But I love the play from Neptune and 04 there to not just go the same route. It was very clever to go through. Now what you have is basically an insurance play. So as soon as 8 gets that kill, I want you to focus on 6. 6 is going forward. And now you can see they're kind of blocking everything. So 7's going there. He's kind of trying to block that as well. As soon as they kill him, now they spawn out. So you can see what we're doing. We're not trying to collapse on the hill. We're actually trying to get spawns here, which they do a really good job on, okay? So now they go through, and now 7's going to spawn them out. So now if you're Seattle, you just want kills. You just want kills, nothing else. You want kills. Perfect, okay. Now this is, again, a great break from Seattle. Really good stuff there. With 35 seconds left, what you now want is a line like this. Okay, if you could have a line like this, you want Optic spawning on the right side of the line for about the next 20 seconds. Okay, so we're going to go through 1 at a time. You see Hook's going in by himself. I'm not a fan of 1 at a time. I think you're just gonna, like, for me personally, like, Hook goes in right now. Okay, the way I personally look at it, I think in this scenario, you're very unlikely to get a 2. Right? You may get 1. Did we just get a sub? Can we get some love for that boy Fergal? Come in and with a sub. Let's get it, my boy Fergal. Thank you so much. Chat, show some love to that boy Fergal. Let's get it. Okay. Appreciate that, bro. In this scenario, when Hoot goes in, for me, as soon as he dies here, okay, he kills Neptune, right? I want you to pay attention to where Neptune spawns. Forget everything else. Just look where Neptune and Hoot spawn, okay? That's it. That's all I want to worry about. Okay? Now, where does Neptune spawn? Neptune spawns basically on the point, right? He spawns there. Now, I want you to look where Hook spawns. Hook spawns there, okay? So for me, when you're getting that kill, all you're doing is pushing yourself even further back, and you're letting them spawn on the hill. So now, look at how far Hook is. He has to go. Now, Shotzi does the same thing as Hook, okay? So Hook goes in by himself, gets 1 kill, but that's it, gets traded. So for me, this actually helps Vancouver more than anyone, okay? Now, Shotzi does the same thing. He gets 1, and he doesn't get any. So he gets killed straight away. So now, Now this setup is going to take even longer to break. So for me, I just think if you're Hook there, you have to wait a few seconds, and you and Shotzi need to try and get the life advantage. I think Hook banged out there, and sometimes I say this in rank play as well. When you do one bang out like that, it really just messes up your whole flow, because now they actually can't break in. They're actually by themselves here, and it's just so much more delayed. And now you have Abuser pushing out. So what I would have much rather them do there, because now look, he's an off-angle kill. What would have rather happened there is from the original play, right here, okay? Right here. I would actually rather, if as an Optic fan or generally analyzing this game, I would rather Hook actually just kind of post up here and just sit in an off angle and kind of just try his best to trap them like this, okay? And kind of just wait for a bit of pressure, because you have a bit of time here. And there's times where you want to bang in, there's times where you want to kind of chill. And this is where I think they could have just relaxed a little bit, especially Hook there, okay? I'm going to go forward. 15 seconds left here. You see we go through. What you want to do right now, as you're seeing from number 8, is this is where you want to flip the spawns. So for majority of this hill, I'm actually going to use tac maps to show you guys a little bit more in detail. So for majority of P2, when I'm not talking, I'm just drinking water, because when I'm doing these like breakdowns, I drink a lot of water because I talk so much. For majority of P2, you want to spawn here. So we're going to call this spawn here. We want to spawn there, okay? But towards the end of P2, as we're going into P3, we actually want to start spawning there, because that's on P3. So right now, you're going to see what the pros do is they don't take too long. Even though there's a little bit of time left, they're actually starting to go towards the new hill. So number 8 is starting to go. Now Merc kills him. Great job on one, gets a second right there, and he get a perfect play. And again, playing his life, backing away. And this is once again where I think once he gets this kill, if you're Merc right now, and we're being, again, really nitpicky here, because he doesn't know where 7 is, I think what you have to do is play your life and block spawns here. Like, regardless of where 7 could be, I just think if you watch it right there, he actually overcommitted a little bit. Again, with the hindsight and what we can see, it's obvious to say, so I'm not blaming him. But if, you know, Merc had the information that we had, he's better off maybe playing his life behind the pillar and trying to just go backwards, and trying to hide around there and bring some pressure. Because I want you to focus on Nasty now. Look what Nasty does. He gets his kill. He's going to immediately push back. And look at that. He now has this side of the map. And just like that, this is really bad for Optic. So they lost about 3 gunfights in a row right there. So this was a bad play because Hook, Dashi, it's actually number 3 and 4. So Mercleys and Dashi both died at the same time. Okay. So what, just as a rule of thumb, when you're rotating right here like this, you guys are fine. As soon as the first player dies, so as soon as Dashi's dead now, as Mercleys right now, you're actually better off just standing there and hiding, or going right and going to the back. As soon as he goes left there like that, he's dead. If he bought some time, Shotzi would have pinched him, Nasty would have been dead, different hill. But these are the micro decisions. These are the small kills. Now look, now, in terms of Surge now, think about from their perspective. This is so much easier now when all four of you have to look one way. It's just super easy because they know the arrows are facing left and the blue team have to go forward. So right now, if you're the blue team Optic, it's hard for you to break because all of the red arrows are facing left. That's why right now, imagine if Mercleys was there, right? What would happen? This guy might start tweaking. Now, this guy's technically by himself, you know? So you kind of want to make sure you're fucking their setup up, basically. I try not to swear because we're, you know, going on YouTube, but I think that was a perfect way of saying it. So right there, I think they could have done a better job. And now this isn't nothing to really break down. Honestly, bro, it really just comes down to, chat, getting the money here. Getting the money. Four's making the play. But this is one of those hills where you got to break. And again, look at 7. Something they're doing really well, Vancouver itself, is playing his life, backing away. He ends up dying now. Now Optic are in a good spot. So you see what I'm saying? That takes 30 seconds. Cool. I'm pretty sure Vancouver break again, and we got to see how they break in. This right now, this is fine for Optic. They're doing a great job. 15 seconds in. If anything, you're really happy right now as Optic fan. But I believe they get broken. I want to see how this happens. Okay. That's the first wave. That's the first pressure, okay? And it really comes down to this. That kill from Mercury's onto Shotzi obviously messed things up a little bit, but it wasn't the end of the world. And again, this is where you have to understand, okay? Either number 3 or 4, they just have to play their life. And if the other one dies, that's just has to happen. Number 1 is a bit of a freebie. So number 1 goes through. Okay. As soon as number 4 dies now, if you're Dashi, this is where I think, again, something with Hook played phenomenal this event, by the way. So good. But I'm still allowed to criticize what I'm seeing, right? Right now, if you're Hook, regardless of what's about to happen, you know that 2 of your players just died. In my opinion, anyways, number 3 right now should play his life because he doesn't want to get picked. Back away for a second. Let Dashi and Shotzi spawn there. Nice and easy. If you're Hook right now, you don't want to give up all of this space, right? So if you're Hook, just chill. Play your life. Play a credit. Let them advance. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna focus on Hook. Hook. Okay. So as soon as Hook backs away there, he now dies to 6. And again, Merc gets shit on there. Just straight shit on there, okay? So now, Dashi's dead again, Merc's dead again, and Hook is dead. So now we're pinning them back. But the luxury we have on this P4 is even when you get pinned back, you just need 1 wave. This is a very, very good hill to hold, okay? So now if we look at Optic, this is their setup. They don't have a lot of map control, but if they get 1 wave, they're chilling. So let's play it out, play out, play out. And again, this is where you just don't want to sell. You just want to post up and get 1 or 2 kills. Good kill from Merc is going to back away. He's going to post up a little bit. You see they're going through. Number 1's getting a bit more active. And again, I like this from Vancouver. They're taking their time and they're disciplined. As soon as he dies now, look at 6. 6 is going to go through, going to go through. And they get 3. They get 3 like that. And look, he goes through, goes through. And now, this is a super, super important bit. If 6 wasn't there, if Abuser wasn't there, and we're going through the left, Optic would have just spawned back there. Because the spawns are very, very bad on this hill. But because we're like pinching from different areas like this, we now kill them in 10 seconds, and now they're going to spawn out. So it was honestly just a flawless break from Vancouver. Surge won like 4 or 5 gunfights in a row, and now we're good to go. They're going to hold a lot of this time. Okay, and this is what you want to do if you're nasty. You want to get a kill, post up, be annoying. Look, he dies there, but look how much pressure there is. Look how much pressure they still have. Look at this, look at this. Yes, they die, but they're chilling. They got people backing them up now. They go through. There's 1, there's 2, there's a 3rd. He stays down. The Abuser stays down. The teammates come from the left there and they get the kills. So you actually have to get 4 downed to lose this hill, and they're back again. So this hill is very easy to hold overall. Okay, so good stuff there, nothing crazy. Same thing on this P5. It was a good hold. I don't think anything crazy happened. They're up by 30, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna go through. I want to get to the next money hill because now this is where things get really, really mixy. Is again the P2, P3, P4. Okay, P1 again, standard setup. They're up by 70 right now, so they just had a good chain there. Nothing crazy in the P5, P1. They just get a little bit of time, okay? But I want to go back to the next P2, P3, P4, because that's where Optic really turn it up again. I think Vancouver starts to troll. So once again, pushing out little cuts, playing his life there. Neptune gets 1, gets taken out. 04's getting across there. Optic wins some gunfights, and there's a good 3. So now, once again, Optic win those gunfights, and you're going to see, just like we saw earlier, you're going to see someone take this left side of the map, someone take this right side of the map. So now we know where everyone is. We have all the information and we're just going to go from there, okay? So look, number 1 is going to be Hook's got the right, Shotzi's got the left, and the other 2 playing middle. They're just trying to get information because now we know, like if I'm Shotzi now, I say no one's on the left. If I'm Hook, I say no one's on the right. We're chilling, bro. We know exactly where they are. They're coming through the middle. Nice and easy. Let's go. So now they go through. Get another 2-piece to get some trades, and honestly, Optic, good kind of chain of kills there. You can see from the streak they had about 7 streak there. Overall pretty good, and once again they're trying to keep these spawns. Another thing I see from quite common is when you're like, I'm watching goal people play, right? For example, this P2, they would have everyone tucked in like this, everyone already set up like this. But if you look at Optic, where are they fighting? They're actually fighting quite pushed out, so that Seattle spawn even further away. So it's kind of like a game of waves. You want to guarantee this as your hill, but you want to kind of push the opponent as far away as possible to just get that wave of presence. You know what I'm saying? Like get that extra momentum, that map control. Make it harder for them, man. Make it harder for them. So we're going to go through. Number 3 should know that they're there. 8 just gets a good spawn, to be honest with you, bro. Great spawn. They read it well. Playing his life very, very well there. And that is unbelievable from Dashi. The guy, unbelievable. What you want to do generally as an extra notice is this. You want to use your Omni movement in the gunfight. What I mean by that is this, okay? If Dashi was already prone there, this is an easier kill. The fact that he's proning as Neptune's coming in, sorry, sliding, it makes this a bit harder because look at this. He's shooting him, but as he's shooting him, look at his crosshair. Imagine Dashi was still there, but he's actually moving and jumping, so it makes it super hard for him. Goes through, 3 go down. Again, if you're number 2, play your life, play your life, play your life. And this is where the game is super important, okay? This is where seconds are everything, okay? I want you to look right now. I always say this. Play your life. Look at this. Okay. Right now, let's play this out. Shotzi goes right and dies here. Straight away, he dies here, okay? What would have happened is this. 6 now. 6 easily shifts that way. So 6 kills Shotzi, and then off the break, he slides there, okay? Now he just slides out the window like that, okay? And 3's looking at him. He's now standing right there. He's blocking this spawn. Okay, we're in a bad spot. Shotzi spawns around there, whatever happens. But look what Shotzi does. Stand still. Stand still. Pre-fires him. He knows he's probably not getting the kill. But by him pre-firing this, it basically gets the guy weak. He now calls it out. He's pushing his outer. Holds it, holds it, holds it, holds it. Right now, Abuser would have been standing here blocking the spawn. Goes through. He plays his life. Finesses again. So now Abuser is going to die, by the way, because they're going to pinch him. Shotzi goes through. He sees this scenario. Again, wow, this is like S-tier finesse. This is such good finesse. It's a different level, bro. I want to go through that again. Did I forward it by accident? Yeah, I forwarded it instead of rewinding it. What an idiot. But anyways, look, goes through, gets the first kill, backs away, plays life, plays life, plays life, plays life, plays life. Wait. Now he goes through. Nasty's looking at him. He knows that Abuser's behind him. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to play it safe. Look at this mechanics. Backs away, slides to the door, jumps out, moves out the way, plays his life with a pistol now, goes back in. Abuser's now dead. He then challenges Nasty. But those 5 seconds for Shotzi, not only was he annoying Abuser, he then kills Nasty. And remember the pressure I spoke about? And now they're going to spawn right there. They literally spawn out of the game now. They're out. They spawn out of the game now. Good kills, and he's dead again. So now they're going to spawn out of the game. Now they can push up. Now they have the luxury to get active. And this was the start of the comeback. Phenomenal heal. Really, really good heal from Optic. You see they're going to get some time. And once again, Shotzi plays his life, plays life. Going to back away. Cameras him. Gets a great corner. Gets another kill. He's on a nice streak there. Gets another kill again. Goes across his guy's one shot. Takes him out. Gets a 3-piece. And look at that. This could not be any more perfect at the end of this heal. Okay, I want to look at a few things. So right now, this is where I think Vancouver need to get more ice. Now, I'm an Optic fan, so I was happy with this, right? But generally, if I was a Vancouver fan, this is where you need more ice, okay? Now, for me, in this moment, we spoke about earlier, with 15 seconds left, you want to actually keep Optic spawning there. You want to put pressure on the map, I get it, but you want to keep this spawn if you're Vancouver. You want to spawn here. You want Optic to spawn there because it's further away from P3, okay? Only for P3. For P2, yes, you wanted that, but that's done now. So right now, I think as soon as this happens, okay? As soon as number 8 spawns there, I think number 5, Loki, needs to back up immediately. Or before that. Before that, he should have backed up and blocked the spawns. Because now, this 4-piece, now look, now you have everyone spawning there. So I think number 5 should have maybe backed away and blocked the spawns. With 10 seconds left, I want to see this. I'm going to go back to the first rotation for a second. I'm going to go back to the first P2, okay? Because this is when the game was a bit tighter. And I want to show you the difference. Because this is, again, it's not even me making it up, bro. Look at the difference here. Okay. With 15 seconds left, look at this. Look at this. Now, I know he spawns there. But with 15 seconds left, you can see Mercules is standing right there. I'm going to block this area off we'll use red. This is where I wanted 04 to be around. Blocking this area to spawn them out. Okay, now let's forward it. Okay, so 15 seconds left. Look at this. Right now, you can see now, you could argue that maybe Optic should have carried on spawning there, whatever. But for me, I don't think you need to be here if you're 04. I know you get to 2, but again, you're just overcommitting in my opinion. That's where you be, you block the spawn, and now you get ready. Because you chain P3 and P4 and you're screwed. You really are screwed. And now, without Optic doing anything, actually getting 3-pieced, they have the good spawns. Massive, massive blunder if you're Vancouver there. Really bad play. Okay, one more thing. When you get those spawns, stretch the map. Make sure we're good on the left, good in the middle, good on the right. Keep them trapped here now. Now we have some fun if you're Optic. Now we get back into this game. Now look, you're just going to play it out. 4 down, easy. This heal's easy. They get the kills. They're pushing them. Nothing to analyze. Just don't troll. Don't troll. They get the time. They get the time. They get the time. Every time they get a death, it's fine. Look at number one. Hard play in the back. Look at that. He dies, plays the back. He's picking up the left hair. You see him call it out. He's playing the left hair. He's playing for nasty. Look at that. He sees him, sees him, sees him. Great kill. 3 down. They know they're spawning out. 3's pushed up as fuck, but we've blocked everything. So they're going to spawn so deep now. Bro, if you're Optic, you're having a field day. 10 seconds left, and these guys are spawning in Narnia, bro. You're loving life. You're getting back in the game, and nothing changes. If you're Vancouver, take the route, and guess what? Hook's ready for the route. He's ready for the route. He sees one, plays his life well, and again, they die there, but it doesn't matter. This is what I'm saying. This hill is so hard to break, because you just spawn there and spawn there and spawn there and spawn there until you get 4 down. So you basically have unlimited spawns there as long as you have enough space. So that they spawn there, spawn there, spawn there. I mean, they're back in the game. They're back in the game. They had 3-piece and they spawn there, bro. This hill's crazy. It was crazy. 25 seconds, they go through, and it's overall a good play from Vancouver to break back in. But overall, you're happy as an Optic fan. You look at that, you're happy with that, okay? Now we go across. This is another thing Shotzzy does super well, is repositioning in gunfire. Something I always speak about, okay? So right now, he gets his kill. As soon as he gets his kill, Abuza is going to get the comm from, who did he kill? From Neptune. Oh, he's on your right corner. So now Abuza will naturally slide cancel in, look to his right, okay? So what does Shotzzy do? Simple. Back away. Give him nothing. Give him nothing. Now Abuza's checking it. And while Abuza checks it, he gets killed. So look at that. Backs away. Ball's right there. Abuza is looking at his shadow. Shotzzy stays alive. Number 3 goes through. Merc gets a kill. And now Abuza's back there. Shotzzy's still there. It's those small plays that you don't see. That, again, bro, Shotzzy didn't get the kill on Abuza, but it's his movement that created that kill for free for Merc. So Merc goes through, gets a kill for free because of Shotzzy's play. Now the two of them have middle, right? We know number 7 on the other side, and now it's just about kills. I had to drink water. That was a lot of talking. Again, this is a hindsight play. I don't think he should have done this, but it's one of those plays where I think he was just trying to get one and make the setup easier. He ends up dying off there, which you really don't want. So it makes it a little bit harder for the team, but it was just one of those plays, you know. But you have to look at that with Shotzzy's play style. Like, you know, sometimes it's going to work, sometimes not. But when it works, it's so valuable. It's just one of those, you know. Sometimes if he could like perfectly play it, you know, it's a risk for a reason, you know. It's called a risk because you don't know what's going to happen. So I don't mind it, bro. The trades are well, trades are well, trades are well. Again, really good stuff there. I love the adaptability as well. Something I always see in rank play. I tell people all the time, bro. There's not a coincidence Dashy's got a Jackal, bro. He's playing this hill. Whip out a fucking Jackal. You know what I'm saying? Get active, get busy, make this shit worth it. It's just a bang up, bang up, bang up. Use your equipment. Honestly, nice and easy. Just simple stuff, bro. Use your equipment. O4's taking a route here. Beautiful timing. We get lucky there from Dashy. And again, we managed to get back in the game here. But this is where the kill feed goes green and it doesn't stop. And it just stays green. And this is it right here. They get the kill, they get the kill, they get the kill. And again, if you're Vancouver, you're good, bro. You got a nice little lead, man. Relax a little bit. No need to tweak. And yeah, they start to tweak, unfortunately for them. They go through right here. As you can see, 04 goes across here to the middle side here. You see Hook goes across once again. Beautiful timing and just good kills from the other side of the green wall. Goes across. And look at the pressure they put on right now, okay? Look at the pressure they put on. So Nasty's going to go through. He's by himself, okay? And I just want to give credit to, like, in terms of what you want to do here. You're by yourself, right? You don't forget everything else. Just generally on this point, his whole team dies, so he's by himself, okay? He gets 1 kill. What you don't want to do is this. You don't want to die if you're Nasty, because if you die, then Optic know that you're spawning there, and they have all 4 arrows pushed up doing what they want to do, right? So if anything, you at least maintain a little bit of map control. He's not trying to do much, but you see, he's just trying to get a freebie. And I think that's a good play overall, to kind of good lesson to take away, is look, he's trying to get a freebie. He kind of overcommits a little bit, but that's a good way to play it. In general, trying to get that extra kill when you're by yourself to set up for the next team push. He ends up dying, they go through, and again, look at this. Dashy's got the left, Merc's helping him, Shotzzy's got the right, sorry, Shotzzy's got over and Hook's got the right. So they have everything covered, they're tracking names, they're helping each other, and they're just making it simple. They're not giving anything up, they're making it nice and free. 04 goes for the route. If you're going to take a route there, if you're 04, I think, again, very, very easy for me to say sitting in Codcaster, right? The problem with that route he takes is he's open to so many angles. So I think if he took that extra route and maybe went through Dashy's right, it could have actually worked out, to be honest with you. Like a little play, that could have worked out. Like 04 came through that door there. He could have killed Dashy and then wrapped around, and then Shotzi in the hill would have turned around. It could have got quite interesting there. So just a little play there. I think 04 really kind of trolled that. And now they're dead. This was game. As soon as they die, this was game. Again, if you're number 8, Neptune goes in. I don't mind the play, but for me, you get no value out of that because now your team are in a 3v3, but look, Hook spawns right there again. So you just kind of, you don't get much value of that, in my opinion. I think you're better off waiting for a second, but, you know, that's just my opinion anyways. 04 kills nasty, again, not ideal. Goes through again, Hook, off angle, look at that play. Off angle gets one, gets a trade from Merc, and we're just in a really good spot right now. And this is another thing. Yes, rotate. Yes, rotate if you're Optic. Don't overcommit. However, we also, if we can keep Vancouver there, if we can keep them there, then P2's nice and safe. So don't overcommit, but don't sit back. There's a bit of a balance. There's kind of a perfect balance you got to work towards. Okay, not what we wanted to do. Let's go back. Anyways, let's go forward a little bit. Okay, so now look, they get the kills, they're pushing them back, and this is where it just shit goes down. Okay, don't overcommit, back away. Whoever spawns there now, back away a little bit, put some pressure on. You get 2 again. Shotzi plays his life here, and this is it, bro. This is it right now. He gets another kill, backs away, gets another kill, and you know, once again the third. I think Vancouver panicked there. They just slid in, and you know, it's one of those ones where they panic, they're tweaking, and look at that guy. I'm so happy for him, bro. I was so happy for Shotzi, man. Look at the passion was crawling, and Optic Texas are your CDL 2025 winners. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys from the one tomorrow. Peace.